So this week's chapter of One Piece actually kind of give us an insight over what abilities Big Mama could have and what is Jinbei doing with Big Mama. I mean, the entirety of this chapter was basically pointless filler because most of the chapter was pretty much centered around the Straw Hats traveling around one island to another to get to the main island where the wedding is going to happen. And they had their own comedy, and the whole thing was going on over there about okay, so who's going to cook, which route should we take, everything like that. Okay, and kind of um, show what this world is. Okay, the next half of the chapter was basically to show what Big Mom is capable of, what her abilities are when it comes to, you could say, combat. But in this chapter, she doesn't really fight anyone. She is basically is a compulsive eater. She has this eating disorder, and she can't help but to eat. And when she gets a craving for something, if she doesn't get that, she completely goes King Kong on everything. Like, she would literally attack her own city to devour it. She would eat everything in her sight so that, and in a freak of an accident at least, she could get that one thing that she wants in her mouth. And until that time, she would not stop. She would just eat everything. And at this point, she is in this rage that not even her children can stop her. And this is where we kind of get to know what her abilities are. It's not just that she's extremely big or physically strong, but I guess she has a devil fruit ability which allows her to eat, to extract and eat away anyone's life. Like, okay, for example, if someone is going to live for over about 100 years, let's just say, she can literally remove 40 or 50 years from that person's lifespan. She can literally eat that lifespan. That is her ability, and strange but still rather OP ability, because she doesn't have to catch hold of that person. She can just, like, you know, even in a great distance, even in a distance at least, she can absorb that. Now that is a scary ability. Now I know Shanks is not a devil fruit user. I don't know about Kaido. He may be a devil fruit user. He probably would be a zone type if he is a devil fruit user. And of course, then there is Blackbeard, who has the most strongest Lugia type devil fruit ability, which he could quite easily absorb any damage or any devil fruit ability that he wants. So, with that said, her ability is still quite OP because she can literally suck out someone's lifespan. Now, she does that to her son. She literally does that to her son. She eats out his 40 years of lifespan, and that guy just passes out. He just passes out. Even eating that many years of him does not satisfy her. She keeps on just rambling around. She keeps on uh, eating stuff, destroying stuff, and then boss Jinbei arrives, and he has been foreshadowed for some time now. He has been foreshadowed as someone who uh, is involved with. We at least thought that either he would be involved with the wedding, or he might have been involved with the fact that there was this summit, and seeing the fact and I guess seeing the fact that Big Mama is um, so liberal when it comes to race, that even though these nobles aren't ready to accept the fisherman, she is. So at least personally, I thought that it was a matter of alliance when it comes to Big Mom. But I think it's more than that. I think it's not just some alliance, because what we see is that when Jinbei arrives, he brings those sweets to her. Like, he shoves those in her mouth, and she is pleasant back again. Although she doesn't gives her son's lifespan again. Okay, she just forgets about it. And what we see is that Jinbei kind of tells her about, okay, I am here for something important, and she says, you dare not think of getting out of my crew. You dare not think of leaving my crew. Now, of course, that means that he is a part of his crew. But how the fuck did that happen? How did Jinbei, who was once a Shishibukai and who is one of the most honorable people amongst the fishermen, is now a crew member of Big Mom? By the way, you should also remember this, that he promised that he would be a crew member of Luffy someday. I mean, not immediately, but someday uh, to uh, he had to deal with these issues of racism when it comes to fishmen and humans. So he said that, okay, there are still a lot of work to do over here. So I can't just leave everything and come with you. I will definitely join your crew, but not now. So after that, we get to know right now that he is basically part of Big Mom's crew, and the possible reason for that could be uh, could be because of the whole sweet incident. If you all guys remember, and I'm pretty sure you guys remember, back when Luffy defeated Hody Jones, there was this huge banquet where Luffy was offered a shit ton of sweets. He was offered a lot of sweets, and he ate so many of them that the entire island, the entire community, basically had no sweets left. Like, literally, it was a sweets crisis over there. And then Peckham's and the egg guy comes with him, and they comes over there for collecting their share of sweets, because back then, and even now, I guess, Fishman Island was a part of Big Mama's turf. And that time, Luffy said that, okay, well, I ended up eating away all the sweets. So what if I give you the treasure that I have in exchange uh, of these sweets? And of course, Big Mama, she of course refused it, and then it went into an argument. They had a lot of back and forth. Luffy ended up challenging Big Mom. He said that he would kick her ass and make uh, Fishman Island her turf. Sorry, his turf. Fishman Island, his turf. Now, seeing what everything happened, I could only think that to get a compensation of the insult that Big Mama went through, and the tax of sweets that they failed to collect, which by the way they did took the treasure, okay, but still they did fail to give the tax of sweet, and also probably because it is a part of her turf, that could that could be the reason why Jinbei is working for Big Mama. That could be the most important reason. I mean, that's what I could think of. I obviously could be wrong, but that's the one thing that is coming in my mind after reading this chapter. All in all, as far as actual content is concerned, not a lot happened, but I would say that the artwork in this chapter was quite amazing. I have to say that it was very detailed, it was very vivid, and it was quite impressive indeed. So, what do you guys think about this chapter? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Till next time.